Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode of Vinland Saga Season 2 on episode 23. Now, I have to admit, I can't be the only one thinking this. Now, I might be over-exaggerating or over-hyping it. One of the best episodes I ever watched this year for anime 2023, in my opinion. I might be missing out on some other crazy good stuff, but that's just me. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it, Canute asked Thorfinn, what are you gonna do now, And he ends up getting these strange evil visions from his father, saying, oh, you have to kill them because you know how it's gonna react. But Thorfinn says, you know what, I'm just gonna run away. There's no point of doing this because I know what's gonna happen, Canute was actually surprised about this and asked Thorfinn, why run? And Thorfinn's like, there's no point, like I said, here and there. And Canute, after a small talk with Thorfinn after having some small talk with Thorfinn, eventually, we have to it that Canute asks him what will he do if he reaches his land, And Thorfinn says, Thorfinn tells him, I'll just keep running and running, That kind of thing. And eventually, Thorfinn actually plans to try to make a world that, that people can live in, that kind of thing. But whatever the case may be, I don't know. One thing's for certain is that after having a small talk with Thorfinn and Canute realizing some other stuff, he decides to leave. But we also see to it that Canute actually becomes a very big changed man, Eventually, he doesn't have a big army, but in exchange, he has some strong allies, willing to follow him. The narration continues on about what Canute did, how Canute's Danish forces dwindled down to 16 ships, that kind of thing, etc. I don't know what's gone over to Canute, but all I know is he did a good thing after maybe being inspired by Thorfinn whatsoever, and now he's starting on a better path whatsoever. So I don't know where Canute is gonna go, I guess Thorfinn and Canute go separate ways, but Canute also says I'm not gonna take over any farms at all, I'm going to put it that way, and I don't want to give any more work to Thorfinn whatsoever, etc. I don't know. But one thing's for certain is that Canute makes his leave, And therefore, we see to it Thorfinn and Einar talk with each other about the situation and that they will make Vinland a paradise, That much to be said, etc. They want to make a world a world that could be very possible for anyone to live in, Away from slavery and away from war. And Thorfinn asks Einar to come with him. And they call each other brother, And I thought that was a very emotional scene right there because Thorfinn and Einar, they became very good best friends. And later on, they turned into brothers because they've been through a lot with each other and now they're getting ready to leave. Eventually, we have to it that, that Thorfinn and Einar get ready to leave. And we see to it Pater is actually alive. Olmar and Snake say their goodbyes, Olmar tells Thorfinn that he will become the best man like him, And that's very understandable. And I like Olmar the way he is. We all know that he started off as a spoiled brat who wants action, who wants to see blood, who wants to see war. But after seeing what he saw, he wants to stop it and become someone like Thorfinn. After being encouraged and seeing Thorfinn's actions whatsoever, they thank him very much whatsoever. I thought right there was very cool and very awesome, And we had to eventually, Snake, on the other hand, he also becomes a changed guy whatsoever, And although, it is obvious from the get-go what happened here and there, but one thing's for certain is that Thorfinn and Einar say their thanks to the master and they end up making their leave, Which I thought it was pretty cool. We have to it that Snake tells Thorfinn and Einar his real name. His name is Roald, son of Grim whatsoever, And they therefore say their goodbyes and say goodbye, take care everyone, and etc. As for Keto, he looks like a broken man, dude. The guy looked like he gave up on life and doesn't want to do anything anymore, with only his wife trying to comfort him whatsoever, And as for Omar, he continues to farm whatsoever, and there's a narration title saying, carve it, carve it, carve it, And I thought this was a very nice thing, and we get to see Snake and his man actually doing some farm work whatsoever, And this right here was a very powerful ending, Powerful ending of the episode about carving it, carving it, carving it, carving it. As for Thorgil or something, etc., I don't know where he went, but one thing's for certain is that like I guess he's off to go find a place to fight for war, and I don't know. One thing's for certain is that he's not gonna stay around anymore, you know, that kind of thing, and so forth. Pata talks to Einar Arnheid's grave, Arnheid's grave, and says, those two boys are gonna go somewhere where we can't go. So I'm looking forward to see where it heads out, etc. So yeah, carve that encounter into me, carve it, I thought this was a nice theme to the episode, etc. And preview of the next and final episode is called Home, from what I understood, or understand. So it's gonna be a very good emotional, like episode. I just know it. I just hope they do it right, because let's think about it. Thorfinn has been away from home for so many freaking years. I'm pretty sure it's been possibly almost 2 decades, maybe 2 decades at least, since he left home to go travel with his father. And you know what happened to Thorfinn, I mean, we all know. Anyone who's a manga reader, anyone who's been in anime only from the very beginning of season 1 up until right now, you will know how long, we all should know that how long Thorfinn has been away from home. And in previewing that next episode, I'm hoping it'll hit me so hard that I'm going to cry. I really wanted to cry in this episode too, just being honest, because, from Thorfinn and Canute, how they changed for the better. Canute not wanting to raid any more farms, and starting to become, a better king. Although I think he believes violence is still the answer, the way how Thorfinn changed him was for the better. And Thorfinn and Einar becoming sworn brothers, getting ready to make Vinland a place where they could make it paradise, and saying their goodbyes to Snake and everyone, man. Oh man, it's just so emotional, because I'm pretty sure we all been connected and invested with these characters, and yeah, with the exception of Kettle, of course, that kind of thing. But that aside, I hope someday, if Vinland Saga does come to an end, I hope we get to see Snake and the others in the future, I don't know how long that's going to be, but one thing's for certain is that, I'd like to see some old characters' face again in the future, should the anime continue its path to Vinland Saga and all the way to the proper ending. So, yeah. Anyways, very good episode, very emotional, very nice developed of Thorfinn and Canute, and Einar. I'm looking forward to the next episode, which I believe is supposed to be the final one, and I'm looking forward that it will make me shed a lot of tears. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. So, I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.